Hey guys, it's Irfan here again. I ordered a Mikuni VM-22 carburetor from eBay. It arrived and this is the box it came in. We're going to open it up and see what we got. Hold on. Okay, so far this is what it looks like. There we got the contents out of the box. Here's the foam air filter, carburetor, an adapter intake pipe, and the mounting hardware. Now the first thing I noticed about this carburetor is it doesn't say Mikuni on it. It's a Chinese made knockoff. Let me see if I can get a focus here for you. Very difficult, but it's supposed to say Mikuni on it. Even on the cap, there are no markings anywhere on this carburetor. No markings at all for any brand name. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. We'll see what's inside. Even here, it's supposed to say Japan on it. It's got the 4 screws underneath it. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 up there. We'll take those out. Alright, I've got those 4 screws off, but first I'm going to show you. This is the float bowl. Inside here is the slide. This is the cap of the carburetor. The cable goes through here. This is the side that goes onto the engine. You could see inside there, that's the slide. And this is the side that the air filter goes on. Alright, let's take out the float bowl and we'll see what we got. Here's the float bowl. This is the gasket, this black round rubber thing here. That's the gasket, the seal, so no gas leaks out. And this is what it looks like inside. This here is the float. This is what rises up with the level of the gas to shut off the gas coming into the carburetor. Here, this part here is where the hose would connect and go to the tank. One end connects here in the carburetor, the other end goes to the tank, mainly normally to the petcock, so you could switch off the gas from the tank. So let's see what else we got here. This here is the main jet. This is the slow idle jet. This is the air screw adjuster, the air gas screw mixture adjuster for when the bike is idling. And in here that's the float needle inside there. So as the float moves up and down, the needle moves up and down. There's a hole here where the gas flows through, and this float and the needle shuts the gas off and lets the gas flow. Give me a minute, I'll take it apart. So I'll take out this pin. Once this pin is out, the float and the needle come out. That's the float. Here's the needle. You can see how small it is. This part here is rubber. It goes inside of the hole there. That's where the gas flows through. And this is the float. It's got a tab here. This tab you could adjust up and down to close the gas off sooner and later that comes in. All right, 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to take out this main jet here. It's an 8mm. We'll see what markings it's got on it. All right, there it's out. This is what it looks like. This goes in here this way, and if you notice, I could hold it up to the light and see. It's got very tiny holes in it straight through. It's got a hole straight through here, plus on the sides here it's got a series of very tiny holes. It's hard to get a focus to let you see, but anyhow, here's what I did to show you. This is a piece of wire, very thin gauge wire, maybe 22 gauge. I put it through one of the holes so you could see how tiny that hole is. It's got 4 holes on this side, 4 holes on this side here, and then 2 holes on the other side. So that's like at 90 degrees apart. So that's where the gas goes through. And it's got a rubber seal here. This is the float bowl. This is an overflow drain if the carburetor gets filled up too much. Let me see what else. This here is a slow idle jet. I'm not going to take that out. It's supposed to have a screw slot there to come out. Sorry for the focus in these pictures, guys. I'm going to take off the top of the carburetor now. There's going to be a spring and a slide in here. That's the slide that you see in there, that brass colored thing. So that's what it looks like. Slide, spring, top of the carburetor. This is what the slide looks like. This needle is what goes in to the like that, see? And as you open and close the throttle, hold on a minute, let me get it better. There, I hope it doesn't fall. As you open and close the throttle like this, the cable pulls this up and down, and this needle moves up and down in that needle jet, causing more and less gas to flow through the carburetor. Inside here at the bottom is a clip that holds this pin in from coming out, and on that clip it's got some adjustments for a richer and a leaner burn on the mixture. I'm not going to take that clip out to show you, but main thing I wanted to show you here in this video is this carburetor is a knockoff. It looks like a Mikuni. It's advertised as a Mikuni, but it's not. It's unbranded. This here, this lever is the choke lever. You put it up to activate the choke and pull it down to shut the choke off. What I did notice, this here is so close. When this is mounted to the engine, if you try to use the choke, it's going to touch. It's not going to work. So what I had to do on the other carburetor, what I'm going to do on this one as well, is I'll have to bend this down. So when I use the choke, it has enough clearance. It doesn't touch the engine because the engine is right here. This is mounted right up to the engine. On the off position, it's got the clearance. And what was that other stuff? This is some mounting hardware that it came with. There's a plastic spacer in here, another spacer, 2 bolts, which I wouldn't use. I'm going to reuse my old bolts. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm going to fit this up again. Hold on. one more thing I wanted to show you, how you check the float level for the gas in the carburetor without, the carburetor being on the bike. I've attached the hose, which is the gas hose that goes to the tank. And what I'll do, I'll blow into this end. You'll hear the air coming out from where the gas would be coming out. And as I raise this, when it reaches a certain level, it'll shut off. You won't hear the air anymore. I hope I could do this because I don't have too much space here. You hear that hissing? That's the air, which would be like gas going through the carburetor. So the level that the air stops is the same level that the gas would stop off. That line that you see here on the float, that's what you use. There's also a special tool that you use to measure that. I don't have that tool, so I just do it by sight. That line should be parallel with the body of the carburetor. So let's do it again, and you'll see, and keep an eye on that. So when it shuts off, there's still more to go up there, all right, because there's a spring inside of the float needle, which I didn't show you before. There's a little small tiny needle with a spring activation, so it's got like a little bit of play. Anyhow, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you didn't know what a carburetor looked like before, now you know. Bye. Thanks for watching.